Welcome back to the Senior Hour. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host, Dr. Jean Dorio, on your hometown station AM 1220 KHTS. And Dr. Thomas Pilecki was not able to be here this morning. And pinch hitting for Dr. Pilecki is Kevin McDonald, who's the executive director of the Senior Center out here. And it's so interesting because we've been talking about the Senior Center and the seniors before you came in. So it's a perfect, what's the word for it?
Well, it was a hop, skip, and a jump to come over from the Senior Center. But when we eventually move the Senior Center, it won't be a hop, skip, and a jump anymore, will it?
No, but I'm happy to be here with you.
Great. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for being here. Yeah, there are a lot of things going on at the Senior Center, and we were talking about the programs that are there, and they're just so many. Now, you've been the executive director now for what, 9 months?
9 months.
9 months.
Has it been that long already?
But in looking at, and I know in Los Angeles County, our Senior Center has really more programs for their seniors than any other senior center. But let's just, as you now have looked at the Senior Center, and you've done just a great job beautifying and getting it set up so it's like living in your home, what would you say stands out as the most unique or the best or rewarding program that maybe you've seen for our seniors that we have?
Well, I think, I look at the one program which is not an official program is our volunteer component.
Yeah.
That volunteer component, I was shocked to see that we have over 250 volunteers come to the Senior Center every month. 250 volunteers come in. That is their second job in life. That is their second calling or their third calling. It gives them reward, but these are seniors serving seniors. And I don't think you can have a better match than serving your peers and being proud of that. I see, they'll pull me to the side and just say how grateful they feel that they could volunteer. On the other side, I'm so grateful they came to volunteer because we really do need the help and we need the friendly faces. And as we age together, we want our friends to be around us. And some of those friends will be volunteering in many different capacities at the Senior Center.
And one of the,
That's right.
Barbara will tell you how, one of the things that she volunteered for was home delivered meal driver. And your experience with that, Barb, was just tremendous.
Oh, it was. It was one of the greatest volunteer opportunities that I have had with the Senior Center. There's nothing to replace it, and I'm sure some of the drivers today will tell you the same thing. I mean, you bring that food, and those seniors are waiting, looking through the window, and curtains go, and here they are, and they rush to open the door, and they almost drag you in.
Yes,
it's really a worthwhile program because those those seniors and others who deliver those meals are sometimes the only contact that senior has with the outside world.
And it is such a vital program. It's rewarding to the volunteers who actually do the home delivered meals. And some people take their partners and go with them, which is an enriching experience, kind of for the whole family. One lady brings her daughter with her. And I'm like, no, share it to the next generation.
That's right.
And that's an important part. But for the home delivered meals, we're serving about 240 individuals each day with home delivered meals with our little Nissan cubes that run around the entire valley and do that. But we still have openings for home delivered meals. So we want to get the word out to, if you know a family or friend who's someone who's homebound and they need a meal, to call the Senior Center. We'll make sure they meet the obligations that are required to be homebound. But we want to get the word out there. There are meals available for homebound seniors, and you can give us a call at any time and check with us. Our phone number is 661-259-9444. So reach out to your neighbors, give them a call and see, do they qualify for the home delivered meals program, because we want to continue to serve everyone.
I think it's wonderful. I really do. It's one of the best programs you have. It really
Out
is.
of the many
Yes.
great programs that are there. And, there's some, whenever I go over there, there's always an exercise program taking place. And, you have to walk around everybody because they're pretty much crowded in there. But, it's like, doom, 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 doom. and the sweat is pouring, and you can hear the huffing and puffing, but everybody's smiling.
Yes.
In suffering together. But it's fun, but it's also a place for camaraderie. It's a place to get a workout. It's a place to, move forward and allow you to have that quality of life.
Yes, absolutely. And the diversity of what we offer for those activities, for the health and wellness. There's a chair exercise for those that are not as mobile, and they were just doing that this morning. They probably had 25 people in a chair exercise class. And then in the afternoon, they'll have the full-blown Zumba going crazy, or the square dancing going, and things like that. So we try to reach out for people who are mobile and less mobile at the same time. And it's important to keep that mixture in any senior center because you're serving such a diverse group of people.
And then there's a creative part about the senior center too. We have a art class, we have a sewing class, we have a knitting class. I know the knitters they knit. And contribute their work to different arenas here in Santa Clarita, not just seniors, but to the hospital and to the homeless. And, these are impact of, our community serving. You were talking about share to the next generation. The next generation is there, but this generation is sharing with the community as well. And so, there's so many positive aspects of our senior center that, if our listeners don't go there, it's a mistake.
Right. Sure.
They have to find that way. Anything else? Any other programs?
Well, before you get off on the knitting thing, because I've been hanging out with the knitters lately, which is an odd thing for me to do. But they were sharing their stories of who they're making it for, and some of them are making it for everyone who's getting married in their family, and they're making this beautiful white purse. But I shared with the story. Well, my mother used to make the woolen hats that go underneath the helmets of our folks in the military, and they do the same thing there. So they're serving the military in many different ways too.
That's pretty neat.
Talk about giving back to the community. It's really a wonderful group of people that do that.
It is. It's amazing. And, talking about knitting, I've been over there and I have gone through the exercise program, and the Zumba I didn't do. That's a little bit too much. But I've participated in so many activities over there over the years because I've been involved with the senior center ever since it was started.
Yes.
In one form or another, either volunteering for many of the fundraisers there. In fact, for the last one, this celebrity waiter dinner. That's always a fun time.
Yes,
always
we
fun.
were so fortunate this year. We had a great turnout. We sold out the place. We raised over $100,000 just to keep our programs going each and every year.
It was an incredible evening and one of the best that they've had, and obviously one of the best, or if not the best, from a financial standpoint.
Yes, yes. Vanessa Wilk and Tony Watson did a great job co-chairing for us this year, and yes, it's a classic event in the Valley.
But it's also, though, understand that, Santa Clarita, I think the average age is 37, and a lot of services for our kids are here, but our seniors, they're not ignored, but I think sometimes we're just not getting everything that we could get to help our seniors keep moving forward, and that becomes a financial problem. So that the fundraising was successful, but the other side of the coin is it doesn't do enough. We need more. We need to people stay focused on your parents, your grandparents, and the seniors who are out there. We want people to stay focused because this generation. We were talking about computerization and all the things that we help them with over at the senior center, but this generation deserves it. Not only living with the dignity that they should have, but also for what they've given to us, this country. They fought in the wars, they worked in factories, they did things that got us through troubled times, and I just think that it makes me upset to even think that any of our seniors should become homeless, and that's a whole different discussion, but I think the senior center though has worked real hard to make sure that our seniors here in Santa Clarita have a place and a worthy place to go where there's so many activities that we can keep them involved with.
Now, do you still have a ceramics class over there?
Do we?
I don't recall the ceramics class at this point in time.
Because I would have taken that.
No, they did have one over there at
did
one
they?
time. Yeah.
Put it on the wheel, throw it on the wheel.
Yeah.
Wow, and they had a
some-
kiln too?
Well, they had someone come in and bring the
Kiln?
yeah, they actually brought the equipment in there.
Oh.
And they had several weeks of classes. This has been quite a while ago. But it was fascinating, absolutely fascinating. And some of the things that the seniors came up with and took home with them were incredible. I don't remember all of the specifics about it because it's been a long time ago. A senior moment.
Yeah. And when you talk about the number of seniors, our population of seniors in the valley will double by 2030. So we're we're looking at the next 12 or 13 years with that doubling. And one thing we constantly ask ourselves at the senior center is how can we serve better? How can we develop programs and services that are going to meet the needs of the next 3 decades of seniors that are coming our way? And they're so different. Each decade is just a little bit different.
It is.
And how do we keep on top of it? So as we plan for the future, we're looking at developing a series of centers through the senior center, so to speak, a health and wellness center to meet many different needs, a financial center to meet with families and see how we can best help them and guide them in their ways, a technology center. We have the iPad generation coming up very closely, if not already there, and many seniors are using their iPads. We just received a nice little community grant from the city of Santa Clarita, so we'll be having iPads available for seniors that come in through our doors and computers so that they can Skype or FaceTime with their loved ones all over the country, and they can use our equipment if they don't have it at home. So it's constantly reaching out to say, what do you need? What do you need? And the new senior, they're not necessarily 62. The new senior is 70 or 80 and older.
But they're younger at heart.
Yes, they are.
And they're younger physically and emotionally. That is a big difference because, like Jean and I were talking earlier, seniors today are taking better care of themselves. They're eating more nutritiously.
Yes.
They really are. They're exercising, as I was saying to Jean. The numbers of seniors who live in my community, which is across the street from Friendly Valley, they're walking around all over the place. And up those steep hills and almost running down the other side, But no, the seniors, they are getting older, but they're getting younger at heart.
But they also have an attitude that they're adapting to their age, because the reality is you don't, as you're getting older, you forget that things are going to start happening to you, and they do. But the best part is that now we've learned, and a lot of people didn't adapt, now they are. So when I go over to the senior center, not only are they really active, but their mind is adapting. Oh, I can't do this today, but I'm going to do that. It's not that they give up and there's a wall in front of them. And that's the big difference. And I think our listeners are understanding that they, when they are doing things, it's not now something that they have to overcome and they can't do it, so they quit. Now they're working real hard to move to the next step. And because it's in front of them, and I think because the kids and that next generation is using some of these things, they want to use it too. They're not going to be left behind. So, Gail over at the senior center does the computer class. And,
Yes.
I just think that, if you don't know how to use a computer or if you're afraid of it, adapt. Because we got to get you out there and get you in the 21st century with your kids and your grandkids and everybody else.
And that's why we hope with the new computers coming in that we'll have our interns training folks. They can hop on the computer, not to be afraid of it, and our folks will assist them. So it's nice to have that free service available just in the next few weeks.
You know what I would like to see, which is, I think another step in this is that we not only teach the seniors to use the computers, but we teach the seniors to fix the computers. And I just know that, some of my patients have been so adaptable with computers, and as they were learning about it themselves, they got better to the point where they were teaching their kids and their grandkids different aspects of the computer and being proud that they were up with the technology and being able to do this.
Sure.
Well, I just, not long ago, just learned how to text on my cell phone. My kids showed me how, you know, because I'm thinking, oh my, how do you, because I see them with these cell phones and those two thumbs are going 90 miles an hour.
I can't see them move, but they're
and
doing
I'm
it.
thinking, what on earth are they doing? Well, I found out that they were texting, you know.
But, you know, I hated the fact because I thought my thumbs were too big and I couldn't, you know, squeeze my thumbs in there to do, and I didn't like that idea. I just felt that, you know, I'm looking down, I'm distracted. I don't like that. But right away, you know, within the first few texts of my life, I learned that you can dictate it. Now, you know, my daughter in Seattle, you know, she didn't know about that. And I told her, I said, and she asked me a question, and I hit the microphone and button, and I dictated it, and it took me about 5 minutes to dictate it, but so it was really long. But she asked me one sentence question, and 5 minutes later, she had an answer, and she thanked me for the answer and everything else. And at the end of her reading that, she texts me back and she says, thanks, Dad, but you know, I think I'm going to start dictating also, because you sure got that answer back in a succinct way. So yeah, I think, you know, once you get on the edge, and the edge isn't too far ahead of us, it's the wave that's there, and I think seniors can get on the wave pretty fast.
Well, I think you told me that you could also talk your messages.
That's it. That's what I do. I text, but I use the microphone.
I still haven't done that.
I'll show you how to do it after we're finished here, because it makes it so much easier. And for me, my Siri, I guess it is, she understands, you know, everything that I'm saying, and you know, and it does this spelling correction, and it underlines things. Is this the word you want, or is this the word you want? And you just have to hit the button. And I tell you, it's real simple and it's really fast, and you know, it's good as writing a letter or emailing sometimes.
Wow. Well, do you have classes for seniors on how to text on their cell phones?
It's probably part of our computer classes
Gail.
that
Probably?
we have. Yeah,
Okay.
it certainly is. You know, the one other program that I want to share with you today a little bit is our Alzheimer's Day program for people with other forms of dementia as well.
The Adult Day Care Center,
The Adult
right?
Day program, right. And it's not a medical facility, but it's a great place. We've revamped the entire program. A great place to have your loved one come for a few hours a day. Say 8 to 1, and they can enjoy the activities for those in need. And we have openings in that program too, so we're trying to spread the word out to the community to, again, give the senior center a call. Maybe we can help out. Maybe we can give your family a little bit of respite Monday through Friday in the mornings, and come. And we have some incredibly good staff there. We have some new tables and new chairs in the room, and a big screen TV. We have the band coming every week, and it's just to share with those who have a little extra needs. And then they also can have lunch with all the other seniors. So we believe in inclusion, and we believe in sharing our senior center with you know, the great variety of seniors that are out there. So if you could spread the word out to your audience to say we have programs that are open and openings that we didn't have before, and it's we're looking forward for them to grow.
And I think one of the ladies in that program is 108. 106?
107 is what I heard,
okay.
but it could be
107.
107. Had a birthday.
So, yeah, 107. So,
and we just bought a new recliner chair. We kind of bought it explicitly for her because it boosts you all the way up.
Yeah.
A simple addition to the senior center for $600, and all of a sudden we make her life just a little bit nicer. And,
you know, I do think that we need a second one. So if there's anybody out there listening to our show, call Kevin to make the $600 contribution, because we need a second chair. So we're always looking for donations, and this is one of the ways to get it. So 259-9444. Give Kevin a call over at the Senior Center, because, you know, I'm looking to try to, just through our show, get one of those rising chairs, get the other seniors up and moving around.
Absolutely. Thanks very
Okay,
much.
terrific. Now we need to take another break. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host, Dr. Jean Dorio, on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. Welcome back to the Senior Hour. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host, Dr. Jean Dorio, on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. And we have Kevin McDonald here from the Senior Center. And we were talking during the break of some of the other things that are occurring shortly.
Sure, we have lots going on. Touch a Truck is coming back this year once again, and that'll be, you can call the Senior Center for more details, but we'll have some advertisements out. That's June 17th. We also have more information coming out on the Sierra Pelona, our Wines Festival. That's May 20th.
That's right.
So lots of things going on. We're doing some more resource information and presentations at the Senior Center in May. May's a busy month for us. Lots of wonderful activities. We've just partnered with the College of the Canyons to offer a class at the Senior Center for caregivers. So some wonderful partnerships developing with College of the Canyons and with Henry Mayo Hospital. So we're, things are looking up.
And Memorial Day will be a big day for the Senior Center because we have a lot of veterans who have served in uniform, and we honor them at that ceremony as well. So
it is, and to share the stories with the veterans is just
yeah.
My dad passed away a long time ago, but when I would share, he was in the Korean War, and they would share their stories with me, and it was nice to rekindle some of those memories of them sharing their time.
You mean your dad actually shared with you?
a lot of them.
A lot of seniors won't. My husband Russ was in the Korean War, and he doesn't talk about it at all.
Right. But they,
absolutely
while they may not
won't.
talk about it, there's pride in the rise that they served.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, and my dad was the same way. He was a disabled veteran, and he was injured, and he saw a lot of stuff that were, he felt, I think, were difficult, and he never brought it to us. Mm-hmm. He never did. But the parts about the service and why he was injured and things like that, did eventually come forward. But I really wish he was around. And right now it was World War II, and he'd be right now 115. My dad. Wow. So. I really wish he were around so I could speak to him and ask him all these questions about, the real things that happened. So explore that and know why he did things later in life, which were just wonderful things, I think, but how the military and fighting for our country helped mold him into a person who came back and then still fought for people in this country. And I just think Memorial Day is a big day. Veterans Day is a big day for our seniors. And, there's another thing. We're going to have a press conference, aren't we?
Yes, we are. We're having it next Tuesday. We're going to have a press conference at the site of the new senior center we hope to build. So we'll be giving a lot of information out next Tuesday about a wonderful campaign we hope to be launching that day.
Oh, that's a massive area over there, too.
Yes.
Oh.
And I think they'll have a YMCA there close by. And, the YMCA has water. They have a pool there, too, which we've always wanted with our senior center. But, it's expensive. So, but we might have that available as well. So there are a lot of things going on with our senior center. But they're going on, but they're there. And it's an anchor for our seniors in this community. But as you said, Kevin, it's also passing on from that senior generation to the younger generation, all the experience and ideals and everything else that, they have learned in life to get them where they are, which they bring back to us and help us live our lives as well.
That's very true. They share. I wanted to ask you, Kevin, will this current senior center still remain as an annex?
No, actually, the current senior center we have is a county-owned property.
So it will no longer serve
right, once
seniors.
we're able to build and move, that will return back to the county, and they'll decide where that building goes to.
Ooh, I hate to hear that.
Well, we'll work on it.
Because it's going to be, you're going to be busing seniors all over the place.
Well, we'll work on that. I still say we're gonna have autonomous cars driving them around. I know, Barbara, you don't like that idea, but
we're working. I've met with the city. We're working on some of those transportation issues. Our seniors, as you know, are so mobile, and we have some wonderful transit going on here. and the transit options have just multiplied over even the last few years of what's available to seniors. So we'll be educating the seniors about where we hope to be moving to, and working on those transportation issues.
Well, I sure hope so, because you have an enormous number of seniors living around here.
Yes.
Well,
that go to.
We have some plans, Barbara. I wouldn't worry too much.
Okay, all right. Because that's
Kevin
one
McDonald.
of the things I was very concerned about.
Right, Kevin McDonald. They'll have all the answers, I'm sure, and as we move along here, and it's
We'll keep prodding.
I'm sure you will.
So thanks for being on the show again. Once again, Senior Center 259-9444. We are sponsored by Advanced Audiology and Comfort Keepers in Home Care. Listen to us next week on the Senior Hour. Now go and enhance your quality of life.